Welcome to Salad with a Side of Fries. I'm your host, Jen Trepic, talking wellness and weight loss for real life. We're here to clear up the myths, misinformation, bad science, and marketing to teach you how to eat and how to cheat. Are you ready? I'm having salad with a side of fries. This week, we're talking about Optimum Nutrition Amino Energy. So it's a pre-workout drink. And after our creatine nutrition nugget a couple weeks ago, people were asking about their pre-workouts. So this one was submitted by Taylor. Taylor, thank you for sending this one. And I figured let's just look at it together. So I started their website. They have quite a few products. Some are branched chain amino acids, some are electrolyte drinks, some are both things. So let's just specifically look at the one that Taylor sent us. It's Amino Energy, which has electrolytes in it also. So they say, whether it be lifting, biking, running, hiking, cycling, playing team sports, or just running your daily errands, Optimum Nutrition Amino Energy plus electrolytes provides you with caffeine from natural sources to support energy and focus, amino acids to support muscle recovery, plus electrolytes to help replenish those lost during exercise in sweat. Okay, then they say when to take it. Anytime you need a boost of energy, muscle recovery, or to replenish electrolytes lost in sweat during exercise, ideal for runners, with the flavors including tangerine wave and watermelon splash. Usage occasions: AM wake up, pre-workout energy, post-workout recovery, afternoon pick-me-up. To all of this, I just kind of laugh and I'm like, I love marketing, right? They make it sound so amazing. And like the names of the flavors, it cracks me up. It's a lot, right? Yeah, but really though, this doesn't help us at all to know really what's in there, right? So let's move on to the label. I'm looking at the watermelon flavor because that's what Taylor said they like. Serving size is 2 scoops of the powder. It has 5 calories, 1 gram of carbohydrates, 0 grams of sugar, 60 milligrams of magnesium, 190 milligrams of chloride, 110 milligrams of sodium, 45 milligrams of potassium. Then we get to the amino acid blend. That's 5 grams. And I will spare you reading all of the amino acid names, but I will say it is a decent blend. Most of them, maybe all of them, they are all the micronized version. So I'll talk about that in a second. So it's 5 grams of this amino acid blend. Then they have an electrolyte blend that's 440 milligrams that is made of sodium chloride, magnesium oxide, and potassium chloride. Then it has 100 milligrams of caffeine, 50 milligrams of green tea leaf extract, 10 milligrams of green coffee bean extract. So let's talk about some of this for a second. So I like the 5 grams of the amino acid blend. I like that they tell us what amino acids are in the blend. I would prefer that they used some of the branched chain amino acids instead of all micronized, but micronized isn't terrible. The magnesium, they don't specify what type of magnesium is in there when they've added it, and that's kind of in addition to the electrolyte blend. In the electrolyte blend, they use magnesium oxide, which is not well absorbed by the body and can have a laxative effect. So not my favorite there. Also, the 440 milligrams of the electrolyte blend is not very much. So it's like a double-edged sword, right? Because I don't like the kind and there isn't that much. So maybe it's, okay. But also like if we're paying for these things, then I think we want the better stuff and more of the better stuff. Chloride can help with fluid balance, but I'm not really sure why they felt the need to add it separately as an ingredient here. 110 milligrams of sodium, 45 milligrams of potassium. These are low in terms of quantities to provide, real electrolyte support. I guess that is in addition to the electrolyte blend. But again, even in that, they're not telling us the source of the sodium. Like, I would love that to be, the dark pink Himalayan sea salt, which I'm guessing it's not because they're not telling us. And in their ingredient versus like the electrolyte blend, they don't tell us the kind of magnesium they're using there. I mentioned it already, 440 milligrams is not a lot on that electrolyte blend. They're not telling us the type of sodium. I mentioned the magnesium oxide issue already there. It's just not my favorite here in terms of what they have. And then 100 milligrams of caffeine, like, okay, I'd be willing to bet that is what is giving you any sort of energy uptake from this product. The green tea leaf extract, they have 50 milligrams. On the quantity side, any studies about green tea extract having an impact on athletic performance are like, it's inconclusive. It's not necessarily that concrete. So I don't think you're actually notice anything from, the 50 milligrams of this green tea leaf extract. And it's kind of similar with the green coffee bean extract. They have 10 milligrams. Like, dosing in the research of green coffee extract is like 90 to 1,000 milligrams. They have 10. So I don't think this is giving you much of any benefit there either. And I mean, then I'm even thinking like green coffee has less caffeine than regular coffee. So I all in on these, active ingredients. And I almost want to put active in air quotes, right? Because it's sort of feeling like fairy dust quantities. You're in agreement?
Yes. Yeah. I wouldn't drink that.
Yeah, no. Oh, we haven't even gotten to the other ingredients.
Sorry.
So wait for it. No, you're good. You're good. So, all right. Then the other ingredients. We have natural and artificial flavor, malic acid, citric acid, silicon dioxide, calcium silicate, sucralose, gum blend. That's cellulose gum, xanthan gum, and carrageenan. Tartaric acid, sunflower and or soy lecithin, beet juice powder for color, and inulin. So let's walk through some of these for a second. The first items there are for flavor. The silicon dioxide and calcium silicate are both probably for anti-caking so that the powder doesn't, end up in a giant brick. They're probably using the inulin as a sweetener. Like, there's not really enough in there, as it's the last ingredient. I would say there isn't anything in there that's going to be enough for like an effective prebiotic, which inulin can be. I don't know that you would want a prebiotic in your pre-workout anyway. So there's that. The tartaric acid is flavor related, I'm guessing. For some people, the sucralose, which you'll recognize that as Splenda, and the gums like carrageenan, for some people, these are deal breakers, right? Everybody gets to decide for themselves, but I do think it's worth pointing out, remember, they called this product sugar-free, and they are using sweeteners. So I just want to point out to people that, sweeteners can elicit an insulin response. And so often it's that insulin response that's part of the absorption or the uptake of the ingredients in the product. And so it's just something to be aware of if, you're concerned about blood sugar balance or those kinds of things. Even these sweeteners can create an insulin response in the body. So you get to decide if the sweeteners, the gums, or the additives are deal breakers for you. I always say pick your battles, right? You know what works for you and your family. All in, is this the best pre-workout on the planet? Not really, right? I like the 5 grams of the amino acid blend. I wish it was branched chain amino acids. I wish there was even more than the 5 grams, to be honest. The electrolytes in there aren't that much or the best sources from what they tell us the sources are. A lot of the other active ingredients are fairy dust quantities. You might notice something from the 100 milligrams of caffeine and the 5 grams of amino acids, but I don't know. Plus, the other ingredients on the list, like for me, I'm going to stick to the protein powder that I use. I've talked about it in our creatine episode. So it's protein powder that has 6.9 grams of branched chain amino acids, 3 grams of creatine. That's my pre-workout. I also have electrolytes on my list for us to do another nutrition nugget all about electrolytes on that one. So I'm really curious. Friends, you guys can use this to look at and compare it to your pre-workout. I know there are tons of them on the market. Andra, anything you want to add? I know it's funny talking about this after this week's episode where we were just talking about, eliminating all the toxins.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a really long list of things that you should not eat or consume if you're trying to eliminate eczema. So like that for our diet is a no-go. But we do drink amino acids and I give them to my kids. Like, I don't know if I can recommend.
Yeah.
But we use Kion, like Kion, and it's just like the berry flavor. And it's like really good. And I give it to my kids to help with the protein synthesis and all the things.
Awesome. I mean, there you have it, friends, right? That's this pre-workout. Taylor, thank you for submitting your, this one was the Optimum Nutrition Amino Energy. So everybody has that out there. Well, as always, friends, I'm your host, Jen Trepeck. Connect with me on Instagram or all social media. I'm at Jen Trepeck, JENNTREPECK. Website is asaladwithasideoffries.com. Pick your platform, send a message. I love hearing from you, your questions, your takeaways, your ideas. This is also the easiest way to learn more about working with me as your health coach. Andra McHugh, thank you again for being with us.
Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. And friends, if you're not already, join our membership program by going to glow.fm/saladwithasideoffries. This shows your support for this podcast, this community, and your health. You get this week's recipe for the roasted butternut squash hummus bowls, plus $400 off Andra McHugh's eczema elimination method. Well, friends, that's it for today's episode of Salad with a Side of Fries. Congratulations for making yourself and your health a priority. Thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to click subscribe or follow on your favorite podcast platform. Share us with a friend, and we'll be back next week. Always remember, you deserve it, and you are worth it. Happy healthy.